a small but very dynamic, independent African state. We are trying to reconstruct our economy and to build a new, free and equal society. To do this, we must attain control of our own economic and political destinies. Only thus can we create higher living standards for our people and free them from the legacies and hazards of a colonial past and from the encroachments of neo-colonialism.
When you look at the existing infrastructure in this country, about 60% of it was done by Nkrumah in the period of 9 years, from 1957 to 66. And up to now, we have not been able to match what he did.
Our enemies are many, and they stand ready to pounce upon and exploit our every weakness. They prey upon our vanities and flatter us in every kind of way. They tell us that this particular person or that particular country has greater or more favorable potentialities than the other. They do not tell us that we should unite, that we are all as good as we are able to make ourselves once we are free.
I go around the country and I see the works of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and he's been my role model. I have role models, and the role models, they are pragmatic ones. A pragmatic leader like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
We live in a world of contradictions. These contradictions, however, keep the world going. Let me explain what I mean. Ghana is a small but very dynamic, independent African state. We are trying to reconstruct our economy and to build a new, free and equal society. To do this, we must attain control of our own economic and political destinies. Only thus can we create higher living standards for our people and free them from the legacies and hazards of a colonial past and from the encroachments of neo-colonialism.
When you look at the existing infrastructure in this country, about 60% of it was done by Nkrumah in the period of 9 years, from 1957 to 66. And up to now, we have not been able to match what he did.
Our enemies are many, and they stand ready to pounce upon and exploit our every weakness. They prey upon our vanities and flatter us in every kind of way. They tell us that this particular person or that particular country has greater or more favorable potentialities than the other. They do not tell us that we should unite, that we are all as good as we are able to make ourselves once we are free.
I go around the country and I see the works of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and he's been my role model. I have role models, and the role models, they are pragmatic ones. A pragmatic leader like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
We live in a world of contradictions. These contradictions, however, keep the world going. Let me explain what I mean. Ghana is a small but very dynamic, independent African state. We are trying to reconstruct our economy and to build a new, free, and equal society. To do this, we must attain control of our own economic and political destinies. Only thus can we create higher living standards for our people and free them from the legacies and hazards of a colonial past and from the encroachments of neo-colonialism.
When you look at the existing infrastructure in this country, about 60% of it was done by Nkrumah in the period of 9 years, from 1957 to 66. And up to now, we have not been able to match what he did.
Our enemies are many, and they stand ready to pounce upon and exploit our every weakness. They prey upon our vanities and flatter us in every kind of way. They tell us that this particular person or that particular country has greater or more favorable potentialities than the other. They do not tell us.
Good afternoon, raised to the power 50,000. Another beautiful afternoon, and it is Friday afternoon, the 10th day of July 2026. Ebra sosiali sinupejuma die no ebra free sabre kosi se no 9 ebebo ane de ba akoye se no wahye ne pa bebre ena wom ye de editorial ebeba saaso ena Albert Asumani political za enso ebe join me na fe ye de Ghana nkomo abrel na ene on Ghana nkomo ene exactly 2 weeks ultimatum New Patriotic Party NEC meeting omuko wieye ya de ma disciplinary committee say omunkɔhwɛ na afei honorable Ken Ohina Agyapong say ye permanent free New Patriotic Party amanyokuo nim say ye na di edi na free mu say ye ne den ye twe na so say ye gbɔbɔ ne ma ana de ne ye bɛyɛ no ene eda sa 2 weeks no ebo modern eso na ye bɛkɔ ya chi na afei yakɔhwɛ ye Henry Nanaboache na Nabi ono national organizer Edima New Patriotic Party on that fateful day enkoma woni centrofo di ye edi to omanim ena afi hyehyaya na eteye kire no ye bebu kompa ko na afi ye di video na beto so ne abo na afi obi ahunu se ensem omo kan no sei ena na ete afi ye wi a na yesi akire ne abo akire nkakra di akire nkomo na yatoa so akọ yenim na ene enso so ena His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne na ban enhyehyɛ omde beto apono so se ende Ghana fo nyina hwɛ no omumra meboa na afei yenhyase empra pradwom yensiesie eye montene so ene ade no dwumadie no ekɔ so na wo dwumadie ni mu no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abomodin akasa yebehwe na afei eno nso no yebom edi enkomo enso aha ene no so on editorial and mede eye the builder in chief book no emu asem kakra na mede eba as omanba pade na sese woye ema onso odebua wo man Ghana eno nkomo ana me ne eba bedi no ene na kainasha no so se ene efiada eti kwan bia so ebebie phone lines no mrepam na etiefo ne ahwefo nso abem amye di nkomo ewo sinupe dwumadie so na eno na chi no obetimi ajoin ewo Facebook wa join ewo YouTube shase se ode o comment enso ebeba sabata wiafe ebe join na ye de messages no nso so emu ansem de aba of course wa join here ewo radio so your man 107.1 we are shaping the nation. And then NAP Radio 90.1, the pride of Central and Sukutem, ewo infinifini mantemo precisely asinfusu and yadebrewo. Ye from Anthony Kofi Inkum Dazi, from Mr. Inkum. I am your host. Thank you for being part of the show. Now ma memfa sedano ema ye proud sponsors eno eye Kingdom Herbal Center. Kingdom Herbal Center enupa hodo ena ye de abadwaman so ye wo Kingdom Tremendous Capsules a esiesie Ghana man nyina se woye ba na won hyase se wo yusu se aduro ni bidi a ene na ebre na so bomodin se onsu betimi ayusu bi ema bibia aye kama afei ye wo Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules emema de no se woye bema na ene dedi kan a wote aduro ni kan bomodin se onsu bepe bi na afei washase anonom isanse ede nipa bebre ene bebre wo ye wo Kingdom Garlic Bitters ene ne capsules Kingdom Garlic Bitters ene ne capsules eno nso eye dro nwanwaso a mepacha yade bia ni wiase a ye ko a enko yade bia wo bia no se wunya dro papa betimi atu ase enko ade a ene ye ko na ebeko enti bomodin se obepe Kingdom Garlic Bitters ene ne capsules no eno ne betu yade bia se afri ni peduanem afei esanso ebo ho ban sonko esanse eye immune booster enti boostu immune system no ema yade bia nya wo so tumi biem afei bomodin se ba bia etu aduro bia no do wani be kire na afei wakope se ndura mabobo so ibi na wonsaka ebeboa wo bebo wo ene abusua nyina ho nso so ban afei se awie yi aduane bi na sese wudie bia na wote office wadwene ne ya yese ya toto shops mu nyina bia na nka obefa kire akope wache bi obefa akope ayi bi dabi bomodin se wodi wani be kire hajia special local foods hajia special local foods eho ena aduane papa nyina ewo me pa che se eba no emo eho aduane a emo aduane bia ewo ho fried rice ewo ho jollof rice ewo ho plain rice ewo ho ena afi de keke ka ho ni nyina no onsabeka bi ewo ho ye wo mutuo ye wo eye banku ye wo tuo zafi ena afi ye sanso ewo fufuo ne de keke ka ho nyina no ebi ewo asoye ho me pa cha ope ye kira kwan a ye wo hacho ye ben hacho transitions eno no ewo between hacho ena afi eye atomic down infinfini yes eti bomodin so be pe kira kwan afi yesan wo branch ewo boshe ye wo DVLA kese no dan kese no enchen eye direct opposite transition wo no eho ena wode wani ebe kire na afi awie woni wa hoho wo nanfofo abedi ema bibia aye kama now emrepem me the numbers no be ma me se eyiye bi na abefie abedinto anase epontuo bi a ekoso bia no me pacho tonsa friend na yemmema modern setup emfa ensom wa hoho na pa hoho nso hunu sampa odwene nipa ho hajia special local foods ene bebo awo ye numbers no eye 0246 359 921 0246 359 921 and afi onien edibedi ensawso na yembo na bibia nkoye now madam me honoma pick bibi from the Lions mentality me the editorial ebebre na afi Albert Asumani political zans so join me na ye de Ghana nkomo no ye de abase no pein ye kan senia etie we are on.
Osho said the greatest fear in the world is the opinion of others. And the moment you're unafraid of the crowd, you are no longer a sheep. You become a lion. A great roar arises in your heart, the roar of freedom. Sheep have no freedom. The sheep live with fear and uncertainty every day. A sheep never leads, a lion never follows. A lion is in complete control of his or her life. The lion does not accept scraps and does not get told what to do or where to go. The lion goes about his business fearlessly and with extreme competence. You will never lead a lion to the slaughterhouse. They will lead you. The lion is the king of the jungle. And it's not because the lion is the biggest. It's not because the lion is the fastest. is not because the lion is blessed with any great advantage over other animals. It's the mentality of the lion that makes the lion the king of the jungle. What is the lion mentality? Fearless courage. Bravery is a key trait of the lion. The lion will never surrender. The lion will never lie down and die, not even if surrounded by 10 hyenas. The fight is never over until it's over. Maybe you're not surrounded by hyenas. Maybe you're just buried by bills. Maybe you need to stand up for something you believe in that no one around you agrees with. Do not give up. Do not give in. Be fearless in going after what you really want in your life. Maybe you've been at it for years and nothing has worked yet. Maybe you're tired of hunting your goals and seeing no rewards. Do not give up. You must keep fighting. You have no guarantee of success if you keep going, but you do have possibility. There is a chance. The only guarantee comes with quitting, and that is the guarantee of missing out on the life you really want. Keep fighting for the life you must have, regardless.
All right, welcome back. Now, Ebraso say me de editorial no eba na yedimu enkomo. Say we ya mamba pay de idru baby a esese onso kai oman. In as much as say owe animu say oman no beboa wo no. Esese idru baby a onso hwe na afi o kai oman. Na ene menu eba bedi nkomo ewo this very book emu the builder in chief enumu nkomo anamene wo eba bedi talking about page 139 chapter 7 page 139 nkomo anamene wo ebedi o say national impact eti se o book ni bia no apeja se uni bi nsuso de awada ma o mesro se obebo modern na watimi apewo de sanse book no yateso ti se wampe bi sesi a emre ne bo wahwe bekọ nanim eti se wo bia no afa de na yenkan the national impact and as a national impact. There are moments in history when a nation pauses, when its people weary from broken promises and unfulfilled dreams begin to look not to politicians but to patriots. Book ya samo peso kan nyina ne se edru baby a me no mienu nyina nim se Ghana de se ye hwehwe moa oman no pemoa de a emoa no ye pe from the politician. Isan se ye hu ne se the politician is the leader of the nation. Eti all the time no ye pemoa ya na eho na ifiri ye hwehwe edi free. Na asamo abuku yi eka ene se edru baby a boshe a ye hwehwe nkofo ema ye gina so to abadema wo mu nyina no se no amamu a afa ebasa na omanfo no enya akomate ebasa na afa omanfo no enya ase womo atoba ha na womo ewo ntwetwede na edru sabre na afa they do not look up to any politician again, but nipa ya na womo ehwe nanim ese wombehu nipa bi a oman na kuma eda wonso oman ni yedie eda wona kuma so edru sabre na politician bi ahohia na mom ya na ye pe nipa womo wo man no ho do in a certain way a betimi aboa man no. Now what to aso a o say when the noise of politics fades, what remains is the echo of a single life that has dared to make a difference. That is where Ken Ohene Agyapong stands. In that narrow space between history and destiny, where action becomes legacy. His story is not written in the convenience of comfort, but in the heat of struggle. He is the man who looked upon a fractured system and chose not to curse the darkness, but to light a fire powerful enough to guide others. Now, se eduru baby na menu mienu se ye Ghana fo no, se eduru baby ya no man no mu aye den a menim ekwan a eya na ye fa so ede nsakraye eba. Na asamu aya na mekan, you can be a politician, you can be a teacher, you can be a doctor, you can be a nurse, you can be a footballer or a musician. Ye nyina ye oman no emma. Na edubra ya to apentian. Eya na edien ene ye edeboaye man. Now in this book we I can't try me at say opani bi te say Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong. Say eduru baby te say nansen a na a doctor for a nurse for enipa no omo ehwe hospital so ene ade atwipini no omo ne no di nkomo so opani ya ba akopa no eye say yebetimi anya certain equipment near the aye adwuma ewo various hospitals no. Na saa niema we nyina no ye de ya na ehwe animu se anka aban na anka se betimi atobi amayen enso ya hwa embae eti ye de asem eba betu anim because ye nim se time a eduru baby ana yehu se akosomo insuo no emayen problems ewo man we mo no. Ye nim se Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong eyewo any o partners ena mo ka bo mu a mo kokope facility e de bebo a aban ema aban etimi koye bui dam no. Afi yesan so nim se eduru baby ana niamam aye den wo hwe Ghana ha pokuase interchange any interchange aye koye ye wo tamale any ba ko a e course wo takrade eno so so yenim se saabra ne na niam mu aye den ama aban ma ne nsa so a ensi hwe so, but it took you Ken Ohene Agyapong and I want our partners esan ti do mu ekope sino-hydro deal no edebaya enam so ema yehu nia yehu no ewa ha senkanya wo Ken Ohene Agyapong a nanka tamale emonte so de ne nanwene da se anke ye ba behunu interchange ewo ho, but utimi de animu masa ne ma nyina eba so. Now equipment a ye hia wo various hospitals e de aye adwuma no opani ye kura wo namu o se ubetimi aboayen a boayen ne nim se wo de wo ka wo yo sanka eyeme Kofi Nkrumah anka at that point no the only emwa metimi aboa ne se meba begina TV so egina radio so atiatie mu afraban mapeja mensa akowiem na afa ma won twetwede e wo TV so ne radio so se de beya aban ebetie na mpo no nkabra ebebemu de yemienu yentimi ehunu na wamede kwato Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong animu no papa ne hwe din was okay mehwe ne ameye na yenyina yenim se Ghana so bi di ne birthday a eye ne jesem nanso papa yi e de ne je ne nyina to nchen ekoto emfidie nwanwaso e de bema hospitals no se monje na monfa nya Ghana adwuma monfa hwe Ghana fo ma ye wo mu bra ensase ye wo mu mo ye wo mo no mo modern se mo betimi aboa wo mo ama wɔn nso so enya baby papa ni ya defe wɔn ama wɔn abɛyɛ nipa sa anka ɛyɛ na anka mɛyɛ dede ba wanye dede saa bra no wankɔgyina baabi anka sɛ ɛna Ghana aban entimi ntɔ wei ma hospital wei ontimi ntɔ nneɛma wei fa ma wei na mmom ɔno ankasa sɔre gyinaeɛ ɔte gyinaeɛ sɛ ma me nso me mmɔmmɔden na afei menye biribi ɔyɛ biribi ɛma biribi ɛyɛ biribi ɔde sedeɛ ɛhyɛ enipa na ɔmo hia saa nneɛma no incubators maako 40 chede ma various hospitals sa monje na monfa nkɔhwɛ Ghana fo monje na monfa nkɔhwɛ Ghana fo we ne ade a ɛho ehia ɛbɛma ɔman no etimi akɔ nanim na ɔyɛ saa nneɛma we nyinaa na chi no ebinom timi tena baabi din no ɔm se papa yi politicians a yehu ɔmo wɔ Ghana ha yi the same politicians na bi ne yehuni ana so se we die oyɛ de bɛn a no ɛna meka no sese ye wo nipa bi wɔ hɔ a eduru baabi a esum atɔ a ya na wɔmo saabere no no mu gina ɛyɛ dede saabere no mu gina ɛdome esum se esumi tumi ye dome ho ye osei nanso so nipa bi nso se ebra esum no aba no ekwan bia ye nso betimi afa so a ye be makanea atɔ saa esum no so ama esum nanim agu ase no ye beye saa nipa no ene sese wo ye ewo Ghana ha saa nipa no eno na sese wo ye ewo Ghana ha because say baby aye man no keka kɔ ne sade ne ma kɔ no I can tell you on authority say agye aban no ensem sade ane ma keka kɔ no agye aban no ensem eti me ne wo mienu a ye Ghana fo ne ye Ghana man bapa no this is the time a esese ye try say ye nso so ye betimi aye bibi e de aboa ye man enu ntimi bu sa say ebia wonya politician ebia na wo ye teacher ni wo ye driver ni ebia na wo ye mate ni utonwade wo dwom obre a Ghana efam entoboa ben na wo so de beboa menuanom agye politicians ni nsem o agye politicians ni nsem etisese sa wo ye Ghana ni a also try say honorable Ken on Agyapong na dia oye from day one ono any one and only politician or then the bottom sika esi school dan eche politician bia wo Ghana ha aye no ye hwese me no mienu nso so no ye betimi asha ase se ye beye niam bia etesa because say ye niam bia etesa esu nhira beba eni ne but bia na ye Nyankopon pa echena emu nhira no ebeba saa niam ya honorable Ken on Agyapong eye ma Ghana fo enkakrakra na anui ye nuanom posifo ene soja fo yi mu akwakoye omo adoye akomo omo ka monye saa dwuma no no sha ase se oye within ono ankasa ne MPP political party num de bia no odi bibi eche party no one person at a point single-handedly and a political party no congress eseswoko na sika ni wona general secretary of that time that era Ora Sir John ebo modern esrese MPP ma sika ni ho enti congress na esese ye nyina ekoka bom koye no ye ntimi nkoye ne saa na mmom ahwe a ye be ma obi a aye ne de Ken on Agyapong say look se ebasa to me ni sunsuma ewo new patriotic party aman yoku no no eko it is a sana tie de a woni politicians woni ya MPP fo bi ending sawso woni wo mo enkasa na yehwe kakra wo betimi de aba na mensume de aka ebeso so oni MPC bi ko di nkomo Emma MPC, Emma a lot of promises. When say o mema say, when say Miss Mama say, a brand do was a MPP party no echo Congress no, e wa tamale confirm for musika mbra. Oru akojo usu free years John, efre wo mu a, ono so omo so efre no. Ono chi a no omo nso atwe, ochi a no omo nso atwe. En kakra yes man confirm promises from the by no, wo mu antua. Within the new patriotic party, omantua. Na edu sa time na afa ni ahunu se party na ni eda koto emojemu no. It took Honorable Ken Agyapong single-handedly and sponsor Congress ne say esese party ni nyina kohiem na tumi a ewo party nim na afa gidie ni anigi a ewo party nim no ekoso ejina ho. Ewo tamale emontene so one person etimi koye ese adwuma no edema political party. Meanwhile ne wo enkofo bi wo political party num the same people are wo school ye wo enkofo bi within the same political party a wo mo na party ne kra ba bam ye beye wo mo ministers no omo yi 10 pesos omo nsa hye omo nkoto dwem omo yi 10 pesos. But nipa na yesusu se waka no kra de kire amanyokuo na ono na tan amanyokuo no se nipa no single-handedly o se yenko ye Congress no se eye me political party nkoa na ye kwa abato so na cars ne ye hia oyi cars se monje ne yemfa nkonkoye bibi aseso ye bia no one person etimi sori gina waye. Anano a ye call 2012 elections ewo Ghana ha. Na after elections no ye behunu se NDC for elections o mu win ye no. Enkofo yi di buga na mbuga kwan so no mu di win ye. Now as a new patriotic party e use different strategy. Na fe otime de kokọ nanim. It is a sanete de a ye yankasa political party MPP no. Yankase ebe quality a results right from the polling station. Yankase ebe quality ya de enti yebema electoral commission no ehunu se numbers no yekuta numbers no yenimni nyina dada ye wini a ebehunu se ya wini ye lusu ebehunu se ya lusu and one person Honorable Ken Agyapong ekohia ayi opania yede no eba beye sa adwuma yi wo mukokwe ohia no ewo US anu no din komo wieye anu wo frɛ former finance minister no de to nanim se abranti amabehia no ha no nokra ne se esese ye ma abranti ne kɔ Ghana no otimi kɔ ye adwuma de boye new patriotic party amanyokuo no na ye yankasa ye quality results enan kakran. Wani papa ne kasa ya se ebuo sika esesa ye de eso na sene ema ni free America mamu eba Ghana ene eniama bi kra obehia de aye adwuma no me ka no kra cho se sika ni ho aye de be ma na aye adwuma owura anoche me ka no kra cho se sika ni ho ono se sika ni wa ye betimi de ama opani no okay ene me meye sei eti pebibra ne yemfa nso so ene Honorable Ken Agyapong otu ni bottom eyi sika emu odu odema owura ofori ata se me ma ye sei etu mo nso mo pade aka no mfa nso so na mo ma pani no emra ene anochi de be pie mu o Ghana ha ebe quality 2016 results. As early as 1 a.m. that day I had 2 abana no na humachi the next day humachi no not new patriotic party amanyoko no because of onwatimi quality na yinti the system omuketi ya no it was so robust that obia remu a enye ye etinan kan kofo bi try say ombetimi abawre mu omabo MPP ayi na to agu but because of adwuma and system a omu yusu ye Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong was a key contributor eka homa ye beye de ma New Patriotic Party eno na ma 2016 New Patriotic Party amanyoko ne ba abem nipa baako se eduru ba bi na wankeka no ho a na eniema eya to si nipa baako fo eduru ba bi na so na mo Ken Ohene Agyapong ankeka no ho a na eniema eya to si anano Ghana fo ma ekoka adwemu ewo Lebanon montene so at that time no president His Excellency akufo-addo etiakonwa so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was the vice president but these Ghanaians Antonsa Amfro Mumubia say they called Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong say papa Ghana former kahana bra ye brani ohawa ye fem no enya asem ketwa Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong on national television or say me meyi sika sei e de ato ho sa sika na meyi de ato ho no me san ko chinchin ne nkofa akokasa e mo mo nso aba abeboa any honor any mpanifu awodo Ghana businessmen edi nkomo na we di we abeka ho we suri bi abeka ho we di bi abeka ho eboa no ama ne bopo and what de kokko share chief of staff ensa at that time said je na mo fankofa Ghana for na aka no ananu ya aban akofa Ghana for from South Africa ne boy ensem sha e de ma wo mo nipa ba kope single-handedly etimi take certain action ama Ghana for mu ho aka adwamu embiri bi a atwam e wo bra na aban ti akonwa so ekofa wo mo e de wo mo bae ekofa wo mo e de wo mo e bae. It tells you say you will nipa bi ewa asasi so na yenya say nipa ni bi ewa Ghana ha say omo ka omo say ye pese bibi ebemu a because of action a onu be taking ti ade ne beba so. Look maka na mesa aka ne biem say enena me ready some economic growth principles of Dubai for wamurula our vice president e wo UAE na me kan no me hunu niama ahodo bi sa niama ahodo a me hunu ye no ebi ene se oman bia betimi akonanim oman bia betimi achieve economic growth target a orihwa esese otimi enya a lot of companies a state owned companies ebetimi competitively ebetimi a compete globally. Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong I can say on my way betimi akonanimu a it's not about debia revenues I bejeje and also ka ho nemom ekwan ba ko a yebetimi afa so na yetimi akoye nim and say esese yetimi create jobs. How do you create jobs? Ebini say tamale asase adaho yantamo no he's going to make sure say yebetimi edi ababa the economic hub of the whole Africa. Now say oya sadia na some kind say globally esese yetimi enya partners yede ye ho ebebo wo mo eti okama ni koduru so say empempen so bi o aka ye after say ya harvest your production e wo your friend saying tamale no fa na atu na ko UK sa niama we nyina no abedane asumsam e de ama a lot of politicians e wo Ghana ha ennenam omasum keke but say ebetimi aye adwuma we need one person who can sacrifice everything and take a decision ebetimi abwa Ghana obedi bibia beto nchen the interest in beto nchen na wa the interest of the nation na yetimi enya saa enema no anano yesi gold board aba am so ye da nyankopon asesa aba na gold board yi yemusa ye hu se international mining companies akese wa Ghana ha nyina no omo susu gold no ono na eto anasa etisei gold board yi eya galamsey die ya na yeto anaso se edio anaso se akese wo Ghana hai go face ene ayi ne wo achem asase so yi wo mu nyina de no ye gold board ya na eto anaso se etisei. We need businesses ebetimi a compute globally. Na se ye nya nipa bia ode bibia beto nchen no beka Ghana fo nyina bom, irrespective of your political party or your political affiliations. No beka se ye nyina ye Ghana fo ma eti Ghana first yen kan bom mimiti hoi NDC yo tia konwa so yi minister bia ni wa obefre me no ni me di me business bia me pesa me ye ho nkomo. The same thing MPP abetna so ko 8 years bibi sant me sida enti ye man no me say ya chem MPP afafa NDC afafa eti say no se wonya out and out NDC ni a odawa nkofo di no forget about it. Wa hwe kra wa djuma kra ne ba begu no sa wo ye MPP ni a NDC ti akonwa so ye betataw ye begu adjuma ye the pressure beto so eniama wo do bebre ne ye be kasa ye the same thing ena MPP enso betena akonwa so a wo ye NDC ni a na won so no egujam sabre no atwam ye mfa sa adwene no enkyekere man yamfa sa adwene no nkyekere man biem eti ye hia nipa wono nko a ebetimi take action say look MPP ni NDC ni ye nyina ye nipa ye Ghana fo bibia wa ha bia ye nyina ye dia mumma ye nyina ye nkambom ye nya bibia ede mfaso beba eti hu NDC ni hu MPP ni na obia adidi ewo man mu eno ane ye hwehwe ebra esum aban dia na be ye obedumi sumi no anasa obepe han a eburu sum no so na aboa afoforo. We need one person a obeli de ye timi achieve sade no ewo Ghana. The builder in chief book no mu nkomo ena me ni wadi mame na me honra Albert Asumani political za ebe join me am ye di nkomo ye fra me inkum sinupen ye kan no sene atie. We are on.
Education is the equalizer because it is still true that the mind is the standard of a human being. No matter how tall you are, if your mind does not work well, you are just a tall fool.
See the pain.
Education is the equalizer.
Have role models, and the role models, they are pragmatic ones. A pragmatic leader like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
We live in a world of contradictions. These contradictions, however, keep the world going. Let me explain what I mean. Ghana is a small but very dynamic, independent African state. We are trying to reconstruct our economy and to build a new, free and equal society. To do this, we must attain control of our own economic and political destinies. Only thus can we create higher living standards for our people and free them from the legacies and hazards of a colonial past and from the encroachments of neo-colonialism.
When you look at the existing infrastructure in this country, about 60% of it was done by Nkrumah in the period of 9 years, from 1957 to 66. And up to now, we've not been able to match what he did.
Our enemies are many, and they stand ready to pounce upon and exploit our every weakness. They prey upon our vanities and flatter us in every kind of way. They tell us that this particular person or that particular country has greater or more favorable potentialities than the other. They do not tell us that we should unite, that we are all as good as we are able to make ourselves once we are free.
I go around the country and I see the works of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and he's been my role model.
The Chinese president summons all our presidents, and they summon them. The letters may be polite, but it's summons. They go to Beijing, tails between their legs.
Mr. Speaker, the cocoa farmers, they have reduced producer price, and Erikopoku cannot be found. They don't care about cocoa farmers, and they are here telling us inflation, macroeconomics, is ready.
See the pain.
You have done the same propaganda for 15 months. Today, you have been exposed by electricity charges. Electricity Tariffs Act exposing you that you are not doing nothing in government for the last 15 months. You've been exposed by water tariffs that for the last 15 months you are not doing anything in government. Mr. Speaker, business owners are suffering. They cannot pay electricity tariffs. Mr. Speaker, cocoa farmers are suffering because you are struggling to manage the cocoa sector. Mr. Speaker, this is nothing other than propaganda. Mr. Speaker, your government so far is government by propaganda or propaganda with propaganda and full of garbage. Mr. Speaker, thanks for the opportunity.
See the pain.
Education is the equalizer because it is still true.
Welcome back. Albert Asumani Politicals at Nasi Brasso said Edi and Komo Ojumedi so. Sani Amekai no what joining a YouTuber Net 2 TV GH. Now share it. Na afofron so ehunia eko sanse Ghana no baby eko politicians no nokre no monka. Ba so meka nokra chopa adwo onsem. Adwo onsem oman ni buo no adwo onsem. Enti sese na sese nyina ye boa ema oman no eko nanim. Nia memeye nia wo beye no eno ene betimi asesa niama. Yemfa ya hunyim nia mo ama niama enko nanim. Albert Asumani Politicals are atnase. Yebedi nkomo na menu mienu nyina nim se Honorable Ken Ohina Agyapong ananu a okocheche incubators edema some hospitals ewo Ghana ha na hospitals be fa bi edeko Owura Kwabena Minta Kano a oye ye friend say health minister ne mpeswa so ye be fa bi de ko ho na ye de ko hwe Ghana fo ema eniema akoyie no ye no aso o man nko mama memfuma no ntum odna no tumu a papa ya dwuma waye edi ama new patriotic party ni nyina no enkofo bi a party no ehwe omu school yese oma throw petitions mako 11 na petitions 11 na ebaye according to Chairman Buga say osese di you honorable Ken every party me san say ono so sen party no na omoma 2 weeks ultimatum say eye disciplinary committee no efa no report emfamra na ya twen report no emae 2 weeks no eso exactly ende Albert Asumani political zatnasi ebedi mu nkomo afa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene na ban enso e de krata ba bonten se yenhwe na afa eye 7 regions na ensu yiri eba mu no yenhwe se ebesiesie ni nyina mu esan se ahwen a ensu yiri ye etwebegu kaneshi de etwebegu barrier kaso akwan so edagu ho enti yenhwe na afa yenfa nkofo Ghana fo nyina nkambom ne emprapra kromti eye 2 days ene ye de yesa adwuma no ehyaase enne nyame ya adoma ekina so eka ho na enne die ya wo mo hyase babia koduru His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enso ekasaye enu mu nkomo ena Albert Asumani political za atenase ye babedi eye saa nkomo na wo a wo tie ehwe enso no ye be ma akwan na afi so do anu aba betum enso ewo dwumadie so meda se okan ho na sabre de political za atenase opani boko de
zankum boko na so ay
nyankopon adom ene mpa bonti bibia eye kama
bibia eye kama
bibia eye kama pa bibia be kama
aye kama na be kama ase bibia eye kama bi nso nye kama
bibia eye kama we wona wo kasa wona kasa menkana
baby say beginning no say bibia eye kama ana say bibia be kama ana ti be hwa de na say baby no ehwa ye kama baby so de ni nyanya ye kama papa
no scratches
ba ni nyina mu no bibia be fine bibia be fine
I said that I pick it nti
mo ko pa mo ma be ade na pick it
papa mo ada romance ade na pick it
yes area se no bizankum hwe banifo be obubu se wa ma oyonko antwankwa wuntwanuro no no kro
oh now there yes here
that's the law of karma hwe se woti ho na se obi ya ade na o se o de obetwitwa ne nanti obekeka ne ho nsem o ma ne nyeyie ade no kro ye no nka mpa bonya se nka de beche no kra se oh wade no wantumi anye wo hye wo de aso a wonso ntumi nye
sa
what you say company for can be say wo hu ye ma hu ye fa
sa
nti once a wo boa obi ama ne de ayeye no wo hye wo de ase a ebe yie
sade aye boa honorable Ken so babedi mampani wo so hye ase pe ebe yie wo babedi
me gidi sa
honorable Ken bedi na wo so bedi
sa ho
wo bedi na
say nyame hye de
wo bedi
I believe in the nyame hye and you see sometimes you know aya na nye say ebia oh because honorable Ken and because Mr. Inkum and because papa amu and say royal kwaku amu date and say obi enti de eboa what you say bibi o sometimes you need to see the reason why nipa bi ya de awota na chi enye say by default
yeah
what you say but eso say anisuade hu bi wo ho a ugidi ses ye nyina de ahoden etachira oman no ebenya ho mfaso. That is the reason why, because we are not supporting honorable Ken in anything because honorable Ken boss inti what you say because omo pe honorable Ken asem ene omo ta honorable Ken echi etem bi omo ka na ho asem pa no emu dodo na maybe abese be 99% imposhi honorable da
but omo wonyina so
eno ne asem no nyina so no eho ana bibia ase a lot of her or the same and conform koto abama honorable MPP abai ebeba say honorable call constituency wo ehie omo makasa but personal relationship they don't have.
Yeah.
And Korea no mu gu Lebanon. Honorable can kofa o me. Honorable just saw it on social media. Video omo ye. Omo appeal to him. Anan kra no. Omo send dey personally to Honorable Ken. Omo tutum fremem. Anaja Ghana for say won saka video na wo so. Anan kofo wo so and the copy Honorable Ken anim. Anono G and why dem. Wana so enene ase bi nkrofo bebre. Sa stories ni niema bebre awaye no. Ene de oka. Is the Honorable Ken Gasara? I don't know. Assassin or Tisono. He's not just a mere mortal. Because there are certain things that occur. Ayana and Crawford in a track, but a baby once any money manifesting
just with times.
The only thing at a time, as I say, your Honorable Ken. Oh, enti obi ya dia fa akomapa eno opepa e bompaye pa eta na chi ebia woni minida sa mpaye na wo bon nyankopon hwe wakoma ho a ana de boa e ma nso de yeye enya me nwanwa se bible se nipa fie nipa atamfo ene ne fiefo
Yeah.
sometimes nipa bo ha bo wo ho a wo ye bibi kura nya yie because wo ya ade na bo so osere na nim ne de wasere me na na kan se wasere na no so wamuna ni tirim ono be di nkoma ye meeting so aya so otawachi Mr. Nkum ukoya na wasa akwade enye yie da o wontimi nye enye yie ne momo no hye ne de ase de a na adwen ne se oba be yam na yeye nyankopon onte se bi anagofo wote ase enti no ono no ntra se obi de na de enso de enye enkoso
Albert Asumani political za and atenase ama yedi nkomo. Now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene naban issue directives say yehwese nyina beboa ema yesiesie krum na enne ena sa adwumadie no ehya ase na okohwe enkomo ahodo a ekoso ahokeka amanfo de ahyem ene kwan a wo nam so a wo eya eti sa pepe ene te no na da TV no so no directives na ode ebaaye no eno ena eda TV no so ode fa eye pani a ono no hwe ekutawudie ewo sensem so ewo mampani ahweye wono so no de nam ya wode ebaaye Owura Felix Fosukwache wenya Felix a oye producer na mo weye Felix Fosukwache ena oye se adwuma yi eno ene da ho no o say President declares 2 days of general cleaning. Now the government under the auspices of a post-flood mitigation committee has declared Friday 10th July 2026 and Saturday 11th July 2026 as National General Cleaning Days in the 7 regions affected by the recent floods. Under the theme, Our Actions, Our Future, Cleaning Ghana After the Floods, this 2-day national exercise seeks to mobilize our collective duty to clean our communities, secure our environment, and safeguard lives across the country. This is critical national exercise and all citizens are strongly encouraged to fully participate in it. The President has accordingly directed that all government appointees, including ministers of states, CEOs, members of parliament, metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives, MMDCs, and heads of public institutions must step out of their offices, pick up tools, and lead the cleanup effort alongside members of the respective communities to ensure a structured, highly coordinated, and effective exercise. The activities have been scheduled as follows. Friday, 10th July 2026, personnel from all security agencies, the Metropolitan, Municipal and District Assemblies, MMDCs, and waste management companies will commence the cleanup. Saturday, 11th July 2026, the general public will join the security agencies and assemblies to scale up the exercise. During this 2-day exercise, effort will be heavily focused on distilling, desilting choked drains to ensure free water flow ahead of heavy rains, sweeping and clearing sand, weeds, and debris from major roads, streets, and highways, cleaning up public spaces, including markets, lorry parks, recreational parks, and communal waste collection point. This 2-day exercise is a critical intervention and a vital wake-up call for the nation. For far too long, indiscriminate littering and plastic pollution have clogged our drainage systems, contributing to devastating preventable floods that destroy livelihoods and claim precious lives in Ghana. Enti se ora we any krata His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de ebeto abonten enti ene de no security agencies no ene empanifo a womo ministers womo ye district chief executives, municipal, your friend is saying metropolitan, woman nyina no enene so mu pia bonten na womo behwe se yebetimi aye se adwuma no eti se adwuma ni nyina no ekoso kama ana uhunu se de ekwa eno ene da TV no so no ya amanfo ebeyi gatem eyi womo a womo so ebedonfu enso edo kama ya ye utumi se Ghana fo no yeni ebrese ebeboa amanyofo emomo ayenti His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ghana mampani ankasa enekuta ne shovel kane no titibre me na nam akura se ne friend Sophie and wade tutu from a vice president Mame Jane Opoku Agyapong enso so ejinam ya chese wabo na yi kama a ono so hye ne mpaboa na eno na chi no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana, ede nanu disem etudwa ma yentie no.
2 days are not enough to finish this work, but we're going to institute it so that at least 1 day every month, all of us should come out and clean our surroundings. That is what our traditional values were about. We're taught to keep a clean environment. But when we all leave our hometowns and we come, because of the anonymity of urbanization, we think that nobody watches us, so we dump those values and we live in filth. We must change that attitude. I'm also asking the Minister of Finance, he's already released 150 million to help with flood mitigation, that is the dredging of the streams and all that. And so the military will continue that exercise, even after we have finished this 2-day cleanup. 2 days are not enough to finish this work, but
we His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ghana mampani na okasa na ohe eniema hodo a ekoso enso so alongside na ye hyenkofo nso se omontu omososum tum enti nia ekoso no so bio shop a tum na pie na meprapra a chese ne no nso ekoso opani His Excellency akasa na afi nia ekoso nso so na ekoso
Mr. Nkum me dase me say wo hwe dwumadi a na course yi a meka se ne kwanso ano no se ye nyina ye gitum se Ghana nsuo yɛ tɔ yie no ɛfa bi wɔ hɔ a ɛma flood ne baeɛ na ɛyɛ efia agye ɛmɔnten abɔso ne yɛ gutters ana atwoki nsuo no ɛnso pɛ ne kwan fa yɛ bibufa baabi bebree na misankum nyankopɔn pɛ ana adi ɛho afofi na ɛnɛ 10 July abɛto yɛn after say last week nsuo yɛ atɔ yɛn sɛ adwo da yɛtwa mi ne 1 week
yeah
because nsuo ne tɔ 29th June enti hu release na na atro no Monday no ma almost yɛmfa ene ɔkyena nkɔyɛ cleaning no na mehwɛ the wedding of adeɛ na ɔmokaeɛ na na me bisa sɛ misankum this is an emergency but as a adeɛ we na aban flood no me hu how a president ne committee no ɔmo hu no sɛ nyame amoae ana last week Ghana Meteorfor release ɔmo de baeɛ sɛ the Thursday and the Friday there were going to be heavy rains. Anka ibetimi atwa bedru na ase akọ yiyi gatam. Woti oman mu a disaster si aya claim. Se ye declare 2 days keke, 2 days holidays se yemfa nkọ adwuma. Yemfa clinic room kra anka enye bone. Enti clinic ni dia me support pa se ye be clinic ama ye kromu ate. But omampani hwe hawa saa nneɛma no ɔbɛma ne na attention ye ne nkɔnkɔyɛ sɛ mere rhetorics bi because na hwɛ de president aso age a ɔde kɔyɛ clinic a mekra mu yɛ na mwanwa am sɛ ɛwɔ mu sɛ oyɛ mampani wo hwɛ de we a na hwɛ uhu na abɛka sɛ kyɛ sɛ gagaya nkasa hwɛ watch ɛbɔ ne nsa na hwɛ ne cap ɛhyɛ no na hwɛ ne shoe pa suede shoe pa ɛhyɛ
we yɛmfa nkɔpra
yɛfa yɛ clinic
we yɛmfa mpra
na me say we better dey see got him what me fancy got him
we see got him
what I say enti president next time no almost the way vice president address yɛ no volunteer boots ne ade hwɛ kama what I say now there because na ehu sɛ adwuma no saa na yɛkɔ akɔyɛ no but misankum clinic ya yeye adeɛ baako ɛ very important ɛho asie nyinaa yɛ ne sɛ ma adwuma yi ɛnkɔ nkɔyɛ adwuma hunu esan sɛ wofa from school junction ɛba ɛmranteɛ sikrom a mo te gata mu paa badeɛ ɛya ne sɛ yɛte anwea no fi gata no mu a ne asan de agu kwan no mu enti potholes bi ɛwɔ wɔ hɔ no ana yɛte anwea no fi gata no masan de agum
yɛde fele
adeɛ no yɛ anwea a akɔ block kwa gata no ana yɛyi ne asan de agu kwan no because there's no track bi ampo sesa fi no kwan no
but ohwe release na ba na you say there's going to be sanitation companies awmbedi akire akire a na nka ebe hu se bi aka bi akire ya de sesa ana misankum release ni krom de buy no ene the way anema course no I think say hwe ene gu kwan no hu misankum udu madina ha ya overpass na say ana mekan ya bie gata so ana ya tete afim ya san de agu enti unim be 1 hour ago nsuo ni say the muna any the way here na me say san beto the next nsuo beto bia side den apia de na kugu gata no bia enti na say 1 step forward 2 steps back na bi ejina na ni ejina oti ase enti yen hwe ade na se de be yen na yen fa ye hunjim one president on one hand want all Ghanaians to participate at the same time the day is not a holiday and for that matter people are expected to be at work again release na ba ye no misankum say o hwe Friday there or say Friday 10 July personnel from all the security agencies, the metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies and waste management companies will commence the cleanup. Enti release na fia amampani ho ba na kire se ene security agencies
any MMDAs and ebeden ebeshase or say Saturday 11th July 2026 the general public will join the security agencies and the assemblies to scale up the exercise. Enti na yen said the etiase ne say enne yen timamufuo no adwuma na yen ka ho. Ofosuko ache ni release no de ba he no.
Enya say yen timamufuo but specifically nkofo bi
yes sir me ka yen timamufuo because na wabobbo din ni say security personnel security personnel MMDAs menka ho waste management companies menka ho but the meka ho no Saturday dey na say the general public will join entina nkofo bebre adwen ni say and the police for the soldier for the other security agencies near assemblies no any waste management companies ne be shaase na ochena yen akojoin ni wo mo ne clean yen potem but police for the soldier for sikro mo harassing crofon so a omo ye omo adwuma say adan na yesimo ma adwuma no mo amaye meanwhile the release was not like that. At the same time release ni kra ba ye no misenkum ye na the office of the president as a government communication for for education be ama ho say oh this adwuma ye say ni and ye be yenti ye be stress enye holiday dey nka ma obi ankwa adwuma
hwe obi a oton ne meat pie
bisenkum
hwe se akoje
ma me asori anopa ai amwa ni beans wasori anopa am aye ne pie because release na ba ni say Saturday no be kwa akoye clean up na wuhia no otowade a na obo no e gire ni ama na to agu say ade no wa me clean what you say enye ye. Nobody is against the exercise na ye say ye clean krom e fi de ye nyina say krom aye fi pa but sebi enipa ye de kasa ene nipa de tena
and wo hwe release mu a ba bia ni wa ka say obi anto no show
baby
na mom yanso ye nyina enim say ye wo Ghana ha no say ye clean up exercise Ghana yes Saturdays are mostly obi ato no shop for that period of ye wia na
for akoye adwuma
nti ada na mo hyase no amanfo yes
said anameka say release na buy no there was no follow up education to the public and the release no was specific a status a Friday there a security personnel any assemblies any waste management companies and a beye adwuma Friday. Na ne Saturday no aye gidi say Saturday no yenya adwuma bebre because aye homeda what you say enti banks in adwuma companies bebre nya adwuma a lot of people about best 95% of Ghanaians formal sector no Saturdays om nko adwuma it is believed say sada no de obenya om
no bia beboa and sada no na ebetimi atoto your shops ni aba
misenkum fa ne say me anopay me sorry ye me gina golf city am ye clean up na de na mabaha na just na me ma adwuma meanwhile the day is not a holiday the day is not a holiday and I mean to me so me gina street you so emfa volunteer boot entity gotama ma me moto amu nye ayi na me san fa metena office what you say enti se ye bibi sa mama timamufo no feel comfortable say okay enne no abayadwo sa ya declare ne say eye clean up day ya nkwa adwuma enti no obi an clean ebia baby oye na adwuma ana say ye ko street so akoti gatam sa no say obi kra tifie na wankwa utumi hye ne say sorry bra abaye adwuma
eno no no abokan be ka tro say communication is about everything is about communication
no misenkum ana make
say no obeko no obehu se oma issues on budget o SSN komode ye public education
man cash
radio stations ahodo yi bu betimi akoso ma kirekirem ye man kofo atiase security man na oji obi meat pie akova ho nankasa no release you so no one
on kan so no masa say make you go ana wa sorry no odi akire ba misenkum ye ntimi ntena omamu no krepa ne se Ghana ye fi an koma ye di mo bia ntena ba bi enyi ano nsi bone se clean up exercise and we are against it.
There be sure the obiju anu si boni enye.
But a choir release in a de buy no and a choir and they are more treating for chrome all because almost chrome so more kwakoton wade no. Ya amantias yes sir. Edian is Simon Penny Choir says for Percy in Abia on Cassa and then Ancassa Friday 10 July. Obia Ghana Nubia and Rabia. Mr. Kum,
Anna Penny can sound no rough for Suquachi and Fan Mountains.
No, so say release you are the buy Monday no release here next Friday. It's mistake you can always follow up with the right information. What I say? But Mr. Kum, your condo, Obia and you see, your condo see a big got him at the team. Na nsuo talk asie na se amfrade a ye nyina de ensasi ye buaka se ya hoden ye de adwuma no ama kroma den ayefe. All of us want to help and clean the cities because baby akodru no ye na create filth no e fi na okrom no se nye mampani jo mahama ana so be toto ne omagu ya activities aye koba
pure water
eleke matonsuo onom no ato atwene ha focus bi ko se wie no ato rubber to ha sa basa ana kroma ye fi enti ye nyina na sese ye den ye si krom ne cleaning but Ghana for mama ye ne ye ho especially aban ene ye communication no sebi ye ntumi nsori keke say obia enko si abonti no nkoye without proper communication.
Se say bia ye te hei no omusi ye be kwakoye adwuma Kencity Media koye adwuma na nyankopon ye adomo a eda edikan no on air presenters nyina embra omonko ano akwashase eda etosu mienu no afa ye
na producers ne ayifuo nyina be
na omo akenya so meka ho ne mfanko eti se no sa no na se producer te ne baby
na wa ma wo se adan na wa ma meanwhile we release na mo de buy and say general public no dey omo join ni ade no Saturday omo join ni Saturday enti adan na all of a sudden ade na ya dane na ye harassing nkofo okrom wo fa asisei what I say adwuma no ana we see
or the
same Mr. Nkum omoka say me say you can force the horse to the riverside but say won force ponko ne say onum nsuo ni de untumi nipa no betumi aka say okay me nya adwuma me nkoton hwe baba ko me nso so fi mu fa nya adwuma obetumi force
untumi force no
enti mo me fa akoma pa ene odo ene ye ho nkasa na ya appeal to the conscience of the people. Na dipa na nkasa hu say me ye Ghana ni masede ni say esese me bua makromote nti yamfa hoden ye sa adwuma na ye fe
Hajia special local foods eye aduane kon efie na Hajia local special foods eho aname medidie abusua ade aye de obi ape enu nti na me kanfo ama wa wie se wanya ahoho opese oni abusua epie kodidi wo baabi kakra na mom opese baabi a wo kɔ ne aduane a wo kodi no wunya eye the home feeling no a me pa chaw eye Hajia special local foods eho ena nsa beka emo ho aduane bia no ebi wo ho sanso so ene ye wo fufuo ye wa betie ye wo tuo zafi ene afredi akeke ka ho nyina apesie yi na no ameni focus eduru wo bode no owe ne se opro enya abe eti no ono ahunu sampa efie feeling nyankasa anu anya no pacho bomoden se odi wani be kire mo ho no abedi afei se koba ne se o ba be ye dwumadie bi a nipa hodo be ba aba be bo dwumadie no a me pacho se ye eyiye yo se ye abedinto se eye asori enhiemu ananhiemu die bi ade nipa be ba be ka bo ano momia momoden se yebetimi apa aduane a eye ebebo apomuden ede ama wo mo nyame ya adoma echina clean up exercise ya ebekọ so eno no general public ni nyina join no obi wo ha no pese ebi ono nso epa aduane kakra ede mo manfo a Hajia special local foods ebetimi aye proper setup eye modern setup ankasa na ode a serve aduane kama eti bibia wo ye bi atonsa frɛ na ye no ending sawo so ya tue ye kese no ewo hacho ufri hacho echo a atomic down mfimfini ho ye ben transition ho aho ana ye wo saa so ana ye ne boshe DVLA dan kese na eno nso direct opposite to transition no eho enso so no ye wo branch baako wo ho a anopa no nwotwe na aduane ahyase mpacho bra na bedidi frey na Facebook yen na ye meye professional setup emfa serve wo ho a eba wadwumadie ase ye numbers no 0246 359 921 0246 359 921 na fe one Hajia special local foods eni nkomo afe se ubenya pomodin papa me pacho eduro papa ena de be ma wo Kingdom Herbal Center aboaye Kingdom Herbal Center amaye endupa over 20 years ni ene yanom Kingdom nduro ewo Ghana ha na yenduro no eyenduro papa enti aboa manfo ye wo Kingdom Tremendous Capsules esiesie ma ema ma so eba mfaso eyi nkaboni efiriwo ema special status bi a chese odwene ho a wonti ase bomoden se obepe bie afei esanso be ma ahimfie wache kama Kingdom Herbal Center sanso ewo Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules, power to the people. Me pa chaw eno nso so ye mema duro wo ye bema ma wonkwamo ano ahoden emrem bema de upia ne magu fomu atese koko emu dududu kama eno na sese eboa na afei watimi enso awo oba ne bema amopa wo pe Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules ema wukunu na wononom eno ano no awo ne beba afei bema obebo adwuma ma obi ahunu sampa sa 2 minutes ne 1 minute no onka ho na momo de wu gina so na wu gina na so 15 minutes 30 minutes wa ma bibia the day afei ye wo Kingdom garlic bitters ene ne capsules eno no yade bia ni wiase ye kwankro yade bia ye kwa eko se won saka Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules na nonom na wunya tremendous to be the boy chire wi a me pa chaw general cleaning nankasa no nya obeyusu ede aye no eye Kingdom garlic bitters ene ne capsules yenim anwanwade a garlic eye woni peduem bomoden se onsu betimi apebi na afei wanonom ibetu yade na ase etu ase wi a esan ama ahobambo soronko ema niama akoyie me pa chaw baby ato aduro bia no kwa obenya nduro ya mabobo so nyina bia to na se koba se bia wo betu aton a frene nkasa ewo 0275 804 064 0275 804 064 na one Kingdom Herbal Center eni nkomo ya so ye no so ewo Draglin okanshi ewo ena onsa ebetimi akaye now any exactly 2 weeks neck emergency meeting eba so adan yes honorable Ken on Agyapong akokasa na ye the petitions mako 11 according to Chairman Buga ene ye de aba eti se sanet ye de a ye push bibia de akwa disciplinary committee say 2 weeks on final report mra na ye mpam honorable Ken on Agyapong free party nim na eno mu no enkomo ni nyina course wo dan mu wie ye no omu pia abonten de obeka kire Ghana fo nyina no the national organizer of national your friend say New Patriotic Party Ura Henry Nana Boache Nanabi ene kasaye ma yentie ni 2 weeks ultimatum a bomode maaye no ye ni nkomo.
We had petitions from some individuals, party people, and then also even some members of parliament. So constitutionally and procedurally, National Executive Committee and National Council referred the matter to the Discipline Committee, which is chaired by Honorable Mohata, former Roads Minister. And we have also given them timelines. We said 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, they must present their report to the National Executive Committee through the General Secretary. So we are waiting for their work. We have referred all the petitions to them. We have given them 2 weeks to report back to National Executive Committee and National Council. We had petitions from some individuals, party people, and then also even some members of parliament.
Enti we aye nana boache nana B eno no enwo kasaye na 2 weeks no eso exactly enne na ye kasa sese ye betimi akase Honorable Ken Ohine Agyapong besinne onya invitation afei ye hwe bonten so se nke bia ye behunu se bibi aba report bi apie ana bibi sa besinne eno nsusu ye hu ye ti ebusa se timelines no akwa akosisen Albert Asumani political za ananu ina nko kwa contest ewo MPP amanyukuo no edimu as eye constituency chairman enti wono de wobambunum ebia no ate bibi owa hey yebusa no amane ne edi nkomo opani akosisen still anonabo kemo pam no anase eniema etisen mo timelines no
Mr. Egum na abede o ye me spokesperson for MPP
o there be
Mr. Egum say o hwe asemo a ye di hu nkomo ye ne sa 2 weeks National Council edema the disciplinary committee when say National Council we Congress fiwa and then the second highest decision making body what I say sa top to down aye kan ho asem ni obonom ko share date no what I say aha e party num decisions akese bia ye ntumi nko Congress nko take decision na e National Council no take sa decision enti enye ekuo ketwa wo party num enti se National Council the jumadi bi she ubinsa no signed deadline eto ho ma on say kwaya adwuma we na in 2 weeks farmer ne bobra na je say adwuma sono ana ye de ama wa say otimi koye ase dem zankum wo kan ye no yenim da committee no to nsa fro no abokan Agyapong ana yenim da ono abokan so call committee na nim na me de me madwin mu no ebia na committee na a review sorry petitions no awo ma hu say petitions no they don't hold water ebia enu ntina omo minimum report omo de beko
petition na a free members of parliament
na say any petition bia na nyansa wo ubetimi a petition entina mpanifo wo be say utimi utwa kokogu a na wunsi dan what I say so wako top plot no obi kokogu so and am say papa ikoko ni ho ahini we wa hinti o asase na mato eti no okotwa agu mfofo osi dan a hunsi bi what I say ana yeti ha na MPP you the say NDC national chairman asiedu nkatia e ka say any idiot can go to court the same thing that any idiot can write a petition nemom de wo petition num any asem na person petition ni address no eno na ya asem no enya petition bia na nyansa wo what I say entima ye nyina ya nye ntumi say petition bia ba na automatically the petition can take Honorable Ken out of MPP party no ho nansia na menumi enu ko boy assessing ho University of Ghana Stadium ekoye amendment of constitution yaku anim no ma sai raise amendment foforo bi ye besa de hu nkomo enti petition no omde call one to me nyanse bia ni petition
na petition wa hunu bi petitions ma
ko
11 eden na nyanse
unim a petition no omde call no by some means no omo asa ebi hu nkomo wa abonten petition enema mienu no chiro petition no eye afari comment on Ken make here ana winning interview oka said next year June July obekasa enema mienu we ho anom the petition ni kwa mimenu mienu nso atena se analyze this anema no mienu nyina hu se saa de no utro petition si enyo bi fi party ni mu a nyansa nim One, Honorable Ken as a Ghanaian has every right to comment about every project be across Ghana. And I'll call for it. The idea MPP for the petition, make MPP for this time I am making it specific to a more petition. Idea no then say Honorable Ken Akoka say Afari Hospital no ye buy ye to be anwie enti abena Moka Afari Hospital has not been there for 15 months. That is one of it. And again Honorable Ken Akoka say encophobia money in the year, or the saying, and Kofa omo edidi na terminal. On Timino Munjina one campaign platform, so any campaign. That was what Honorable Ken was addressing. And to say, Obiti baby, not say, oh, the one dream say, no, as I said, Timino me a campaign
by force.
Oh, dream
by hook up.
Yes, only put do attempt planning campaign. Anna MPP constitution be there no MPP constitution say obi a wade party now so obufu a untumi nka ho asem bibi o constitution mu say obi ye obi bi amenka and I say you cannot talk about ade a woni nje ho ana. In that interview there no Honorable Ken here ya beka say anti party behavior okay say o say obubodi obo se chemensa bonsudi obo abonye din ana obo ohwanpo dada on the member ni din ti say ayi box iron member ni ana obo adwasafo nsudi
ana men so me kofie no me de hawa kumsi ka and ya me ana me de ka
enti sam crofo no is it not an open secret say abronye etna radio so edidi Honorable Ken atem say aboa osono wo wura mu no onunyansa cha Honorable Ken Agyapong na say your party penny na say onu nyansa u potential flag bearer na all election ana original chairman e na betina radio so say aboa osono e wo muram sa aboa no kwa ni nyansa mumu national council no magina tum say on contest from flag bearership election national council na dey report ema decision committee no mumu gi atum say Honorable Ken Agyapong qualify to contest as flag bearer or MPP mu
by all means.
Now regional chairman baako say sa papa na moma gina tum wa convert ya tena mpanifo ya gina tum say koko contest election no aboa wo sunu ni osono wo nwura mu no onimnya sa chen no ya hu pani wo party no adata na mpanifo ni MPP mu ana ya hu pani baako say to come out and say no nipa da chimbi obetimi abeye flag bearer obesa ko obetimi asa bedi mampani ni de wontumi nkase na nimu sa eno na data na MPP no na yemfa constitution adwuma ana na bo akwata committee ni ni ho ana say sa time no maso asisi aha na general secretary betna e ana o ka say abronye akoka say yeso ompamu Honorable Ken fi party na bibia say ni ho enti ono angasa throw letter come disciplinary committee na ato say the hard balls some na ho nyina the since o ma ha mu nyina anya balls o mu nya mema you couldn't even deal with abronye that foolish boy oti eyi buno a tam whole region amano at that time now region no MPP kita 11 parliamentary seat mama ne bi sem hu sa at na region and na ye ka say mu seat ya ka sa region ye 1 11 against 1 eyepe
10 ko
na ono no de montimi am deal with him sadi panokra no musoso no soso ontena party no then what are they talking about yenko Honorable Ken party no I am just waiting for that report. I don't know why I'm down na me so that report no ho dai unu say na me so onya report na be ba ne
on say oba che dwaye a na che so siesie no ho yie
ebu so ana pipe na ema ebu na nsuo ma ti wa che wo
met no che se ebia bibi fufo ekoso a ne be bakra no
what me senkum you see there eya me ya na me hi was ade we hu say party mpanimfo talk about this petition and justify say as a so especially sir MPP third vice chairman no chairman me hu chairman na adwen wo form say that MPP party ne mo say no
chairman
third national vice chairman just say nyansa di nyansa bo papa say
I am professional journalist
Mzankum me say MPP party no
message
professional journalist na say journalist nya na yenim difo enti wo de obi opa onkoye onfa the journalism ko tena ba bi
oko GIJ
ho zenkum ada na okra office also so papa so class ya so
say enipa mako 11
you see the petitions can be 100 but nyansa ni ma nyansa ni
petitions 11 ba akukwa ni wa nyansa be
mi zenkum say yet ha twen ye be hwe ekwan a committee no de no report be kwa akoma national council yes say be nsuo ye no say na wi abaye national council e de koma committee no omo ba abontin be ka kire ye committee no so de ba na bi be sa be boy amane na fe whatever it is there no omo implement it
say bia omo ye no form a omo pese be ba
na be omo so ye no form the other na time the petition no refer the akoma committee no wa ye no form wo de koma ne de wo de aba na enne omo de ba ka so wo ye no form no omo nya no form omo fa pie no obi hu de wom
until after 2 weeks no de biem na wo hwe anim
me de be anim say report no baba report no be no committee no cannot recommend say you honorable can fi MPP they will not say sa committee no etimi the sa report ne ba I will also come and deal with the members of that committee number who the omunyina so ntia omo de sa recommendation baba but the people I was a committee no me I know say their recommendation will never be say any honorable can fi MPP it will never be say Patrick Boamane or the saying honorable mo akwata mo kwa akotie sa enkofo we petition no mo so atena so
from the petition kwa say wunim
oh misanku minim kra minima you are free okan go from the petition because he's a member of the health committee in parliament minority members okan and we are told say omo dey buy
and they say
yes and that is why am kofa boys na am printing banner show mo nsem na omo
party for
ensa no me no be scammers go no
party for
no mo nya party boys en kofa na mo gina ho no MPP adwuma mo nya bi da what you say ano makofo mo abegino na misankum there's one interesting developing ade bi eba o kai say ye nyina ne ko Legon MPP koye amendment of constitution mu ano mo de position bi share mu say
MP no command there because they say ye bre no
misanku ade na bese me bosso keke na bi amande ye di hu nkom
bosso
because ye de ko say constitution mu say the national chairman shall be the leader of MPP at all times okay say the national chairman no ono be leader e MPP mu at all times constitution kwaya amendment ba ya misanku constitution nya adwuma mpo no o say chairman sabonso ne nkofo bi so start say yanko amend this ade no ne emphasize leadership no come back to the flag bearer and the president now nim dey dia
there be
say time na no mo yes amendment no ma dwen say omo nipa oko national chairman no be wini afro mo your assessment who say omo candidate for national chairman no ontimi wini no
omo candidate ne wan
chairman wontumi
asema
omo candidate chairman wontumi ano mo say chairman wontumi ntimi wini national chairman no enti sama omo tena se hwe yakoka say the chairman shall be the leader of the party at all times say chairman wontumi wini na sa honorable Agyapong be the chairman na just one ba be leader of MPP di ayempene enu nti ne yesi ansanfa propose asemra na 19 for say na omokoye no election no omokoye amend this portion in film na party na mo se mo ya nimdifo pa ni
da bi ni ankasa metie sa interview na interview no masem o ka ye ne se wo NDC na wo se de omode no etie na the same thing anka MPP so hwe na nkono so ye ne sa
na time na mo kwotena University of Ghana na ye give proposals efi ewiase afa na nyina no aye koye da ade ne say the national chairman shall be the leader of the party at all times and that time NDC ni ho
da na say nyankopon kro bo wiase ne asuru nyina no kra no wanye ni nyina prekope
but
no ye ne nkaka but etu de ade ne ba na kwotena se hunu say da bia some sesa bibia
can come back and do it misakum they are sure say chairman wontumi will not win the national chairman and for that matter Oma say they will not make the next national chairman the leader of MPP etomo kwa amend the nom the leadership na Dr. Baumia
e dey na ma wo hu say
chairman chairman wontumi and that is saying and that time July
aka 10 days
yeah
Akatendi.
Siatia.
Okay, we dey komra. Albert Asumani political za na mene no esi nkonwa ye di nkomo. Nkomo awdo bebre an ye di no ha bra so se etiefo ne ahwefo nso ye mo kwan na afi wo mo bam na wo nso ebesi no pen sanse ye nyina ye kyekyere Ghana. Na ye kyekyere Ghana no nipa baako nipa mienu ntimi kyekyere esese enipa dom ekabom na afi ye enema yie. Eti edon mu de etiefo ne ahwefo enso ebam na afi ye di nkomo. Your numbers no 0240550899. Hello, good afternoon.
Memoir,
Major Sokeni.
oh, Miss Uncle. Nyankopon Shiramo, Albert, Moneyo. Na MPP say, Sabe, I will for Ushe baby, yet in the more. Now, Busa who said, will be a your will be the platforms. Income. As my work can say, will bring the Minyansa, the Nipana Costu, the Nimbia. May I also call class one that was also in Minyansa, a 2 MPP waffle. Just what did I say? Agyapong, I will say, Missy, Nakuto be Triaka, and penny for a snazzy dinner say, ye see that Yoko Rufino, the Abaya Foundation. I don't want to see so, Nakuto Panic Wamada, Cosisa MPP. No. The Begu said, no more, no mamma cassette in Nipano, but a Canadian Japan where you're bitter. No one tie. Now, what kind of bitter? What? Can you bitter? Someone needs here. I didn't say that here. No more Chimwan and Chim. What you want to say? Kaka, Adenta, Minia Coco. Tantan. Here you will hear film, will hear Coca say, and if I watch what Baba could be away, near Yamia film, near Yakofa, said you were 3 year Kayana. Your child who not about Miam, Mojaba, Regine, the end of one car. Now, the Nipa goes to etiquette, party, near Conway, now we want to brofo, we want to say, what goes to? Now, could you not ask Antibam some vote? Now, what would you now go? And Asante Maya, no more heavy fire yet. Number 2, number 1 MPs, Asante Region, near over 44. And one to me, I near quite one business, and then when you have now coupon a share MPP for what last number 24 with the animal. I do bonity and what don't you so? That's it.
Menso meda 0240550899. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Sinope.
Yeah, can I send you a tenua?
We didn't be afraid na mintio.
Isaac Kaswa.
Isaac, ma oneso kakra na one wo fom pa mente wonka.
Yeah, me pa chow. Kennedy. Ni sam kaya no. Amman penifo a wo twam. Maku 4 atwene ena woni tiri aniaka eye omo beboa no aban na etwem no president for maku 4 atwene ena woni tiri aka omo beboa no
Isaac asamo a woka no o se den sisu biem
president for na etwem no maku 4 atwene ena woni tiri
ena kuta owura ken Agyapong.
Yes.
Okay.
Na ka omo beboa no. Eno ena aka. Eno ni a problem. Yes, aka Ghana. It's the richest country in the world. The richest country in the whole world. When you country go.
Debbie, catch me.
Hey, your mind Ghana.
Hey, Ghana.
Yes.
Dear na wo hunu a ye hunu ye. Dear ben ye hunu a wo hunu ye.
Ni pe hunu a mu hu ye no. Nti na me ka kire mo se. Kennedy president maku 4 atwene ena wodi tirim. Na munni aka omo mbeboa no.
Ma menda wase na afoforo nso entoa so 0240550899. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, maintenance ka eti ma onu si form. Sinupeng. Sinupeng.
Zagu yale adum bibia ba ko tankum. Zankum debit maka ka ni say hello.
Meet you.
Zagu debit maka say I be for so all me arrogant. Arrogant even the moment to 2024 no. Akuma se bia na me te kwada so ensuo bia me. Zagu e si filling station ho. Omo ko si filling station, omo mo be si filling station ho. Me am ko PPA boss ho. We hope you know the church when you see filling station ho. Yes, anybody station ho. Yes, to command some same person. Yes, to command. Also, say on fait conquête assembly man. Kwada so. Ho no move conquête any movie. For man me you say filling station ho. Omo nyina obi ani akwantanko mum na ye hold my contact that no ye for NGFM. Akwantanko de mbeshira no. Zagu contact ko man boys eba ho be share amomu se ho ye filling station ho. Amna no mutu ye se omni tank ni so ho no. Omutu amna no mu se ku na ensuo wo ho. Unto ene ensuo police ni tata me se o ma me ntena we ama gan ma police ni tata me. Is tomorrow grant until ma anti police here.
Okay. Ma now I say 0240550899. 0240550899. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sinopeng.
You can't say yes.
We didn't baby of free na mintio.
The friend Nicholas McCaffrey and
Nico Mayentio.
It's yes, you know. And say, after me, I no one said, you can follow my dream question. My dream question is, can I cut out a after the year? Now, you're not going to speak to my other cancer you are for. Now, after I can study one, I need to go out coming. I came out. That is what I'm going to do. I mean, after me, that's one of Kennedy or proof of what happened Kennedy got the email. What they in one of the oh, I'm part of shame, then a Kennedy, I don't know, can I know. I walk up at the meeting. I need you over it. I don't want to back to the crab and over it. And what I do said, the opinion of the share, if I felt super all kinds and phone for I send them or Kennedy, why am I here? I know the all about the man. Although what talk, I'm an MVP. You know, now you know, or then why am I MVP? Or go back to play Kennedy at Seminole, or if I can't try to say, I find it one more one. No, I say, I don't want to. Almost the best from my country.
Medase 0240550899. 0240550899. Ma menfa last two callers na Sabato and pick it up. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Sinopeng.
No mama dia me pinga kwa na me tete mi se da mo keso.
We didn't baby afraid na mintio.
Ya fra me nkum mi name no. Na ye me kan say obi biara ye aduane na se bi obesom a contribute na ye aduane na wie ni ye wie na say ka say wo wudi bia fi say assembly ni beti enso be gire ni panipim ekwan ya omo ni honorable candidate the pona factory enya asem enya de papa enti say MPP for no wo mo pese party ni embra then 20 years time they almost start to work no more nipa bia command tom ye be break na Agyapong because a kwan omo ne papa nam tunu enye madam ase
menso meda ase mame fansia sabato we afi aye krado na onsom famfio last one hello good afternoon
Awesome, Papa.
Sinopay
You can't send it here.
Who did the same akasa free?
You can't show your family about it. You say I shall like that.
Me too.
The show, everything from month to miss Ferry, I'm on control. So want to miss Ferry, Mom, maybe not tell the papa what they do. They yell papa, every before no more papa being fat. So when you must go at you, then a how I'm a papa being fat, no one to miss Ferry, I'm on control. Nanyangi yo ye de Kennedy de ye no an ye pe papa nyame hira mu adwuma pa am bye bye
men so me da ase ma men fancy sabato we afi aye krado sabi et say
Mr. Nkum nyame adom me ho ye pa na so
nyankopon adom bibi apeke
ye de nyame ase apeke so ampa
apeke ti
apeke mama anti mo report won hu report na to zoom
then apeke to report to me ama my invitation grant me ama na report sabi mi anke ni
Martin Mr. Nkum na wi mi sha said dia ma me fa YouTube messages ahodo aba no na me de hye we kuku agree was a good afternoon race to the power Sinopay watching live from the state still Ken was still honorable Ken no size we associate friends of Kencity Media was a good afternoon Sinopay hashtag the base Ghana first hashtag the base power we associate Richard Ohenebadumako edifi UK was Kurt Okreku has destroyed Ghana's football while Dr. Baulaya is also destroying the NPP party. The visionary leader, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, is coming. The base, only hope of Ghana. Wait to see a Stephen Kwashi. Was say, how much is the book? I want to buy and keep it for my children to know more about the nation builder, Ken Agyapong. Obahasinya, Ubehunibo, very affordable. Wait so Richard, or say in Ken we trust. Where Elijah Bedu was a good afternoon, Mr. Nkum. Ken must go from NPP. The base said Ken must come. The base said Ken must come to the base. I am watching you live from Nungwa Odogono last stop into NPP Pa. The base for some ope. We see Owusu Benjamin. I say Mr. Nkum, good afternoon. It's done. Now God go do. He do. I say he do before 2028. Coming, Ken will be president. We SSO Obrempomba. I see the party also appreciated him for that. More, Brofun me try to edit with the moment. I see the party has always been Ken. It's time for him to know his status in the party. We see Ebenezer Dia. I say Honorable Ken has done so well for the country. He deserves to be the president of Ghana. God bless him. We see Felix. I say. Good afternoon. I say good afternoon, my brother from another mother. I trust and hope everybody is fine. What is the status of our brother? We associate Ebenezer Dia. I say the base Ghana first. The base jobs. The base power. The base akron for crossroad. We associate Richard Ohenebadumako Asanso the UK say Mr. Nkum, all these contributions Honorable Ken has made to NPP. Today he has become a bad person and calling names. God is watching them. Where to see Richard Bless. I say after listening to Che Mensa Bonsu saying they have made they are making an amendment to make Baumia more powerful than the national chairman. I can clearly say he and other elders are under a spell. Spell na no shit. Jennifer Ichama say the base jobs for the youth. The base was Ken. Say Ken is coming. NPP, we the base is still waiting for Ken's letter for sack. Release Ken so that the base can join the base. We associate skid or say hey. So NPP neck and NPP NEC and executives don't have the boss to sack Honorable Kennedy or Agyapong. We see Richard Bless or say Ghana's leaders will wait until something happens and then create a committee for it. So we don't have any institutions for these issues. Oh, Ghana deserves better. Where is see Richard Kofi-Addo? Was it good afternoon, Mr. Inkum. Send my greetings to brother Albert. Hope you are all doing good. I said this is where we need Honorable Ken to lead this country, because NDC and NPP have nothing better to offer Ghana. Where is see Albert appear? Or see the base is basing, the base was based, the base is based, the base shall be based, and the base will continue to be basing. Hey, where the first a bass. Where see a Richard or Hineba Adomako, or say if the whole president of Ghana and his vice are cleaning up the gutters, I plead with the government to enforce the laws to avoid dumping refuse into the gutters. Simple as ABC. We also Asia PH 8888 or say, can the 2 days keep the environment clean forever? A word to the wise. President John Mahama and his government only think that Ghanaians are shallow-minded. Or say, Mr. Inkum, I have videos of the Palm Jumeirah for you. I work at that area. In Timpacho, to me, I send the videos. No, I'm 0240 550-899. Our WhatsApp and Sabeka video. No. Benjamin, one and I'll say, good job from our vice president. But truth must be told. These things are for the optics. Ways to see Ebenezer deal. I'll say the NDC administration ruling the country cannot buy the tipper trucks for this exercise, but they can buy expensive cars for themselves. Shameful. I say shameful government. Last one I made for our YouTube near Richard Bless say NPP, NDC are witches and wizards. Hey, and they say no correct. Abey phone WhatsApp so they are not kakra and kahwe. We say let us divert a little about rubbish dumping site in Greater Accra. To your information, all New York City rubbish is sent out of New York to a rubbish dump site in Philadelphia by railway rubbish containers. I can imagine a queue in US of tricycles with stinking rubbish, as we have on Malam Weja Bawi Highway. Malam Weja Highway. Let's start developing our railways transportation now to cut the waste in special prepared places away from human habitation. NS Chum Berima AJ in the message we buy or send back by or say I like Honorable Kennedy Agyapong so much, but when his hard-working staff comes on the screen to narrate how they struggle to reach the office because they use public transport, I feel very bad. While he spends so much to buy vehicles to police who use the vehicle to collect bribe. I say, please, Honorable Ken, look inward, please, for it is not good for your staff welfare. NS Chum Berima AJ is my name. What's in the pain? We say NPP Samu Pil, Honorable Ken Beba Base all the way from a giant to Edifi Ashoman and a Ebaye. We say good afternoon, Mr. Inkum. Sabatel, my good friend, and Asumeni. In fact, Honorable Ken is the only credible politician in Ghana today. The man without corruption charge, the man with vision and brilliant ideas. Oh, Ghana, let's give this genuine man a chance to lead our dear nation. Kojo Kwansa, watching live from Awutu of Fada near Bojase, Masinu pain. Okay. Where so I come last one. I come last one. Okay, we say good afternoon, Mr. Inkum, please. What's preventing NPP to sack Honorable Kennedy Agyapong? Because the base is warming up to work with Honorable Kennedy, Masinu pain, and Pasolo de Wu Ekwapem. Last one. Namedi we say the NPP party is afraid to remove Honorable Ken because it would split the NPP's traditional voting base, costing it crucial grassroots support, significantly boosting the opposition's chances to the polls. I say Ghana needs a pragmatic leader like Honorable Ken to be president. Hashtag the base Ghana first. Okay. Where a chief edifitama and a debate. Mr. Inkum, made you
ma men now I say, and I adophobi so birthdays 80. Yen fe yen fa omonso to son tentem yen kobreni ho. Yebreno ason. Okay, ti we Mrs. Grace Nana Equia a champon. ono eno that TV ne so no mame happy birthday going out to you Nyankopon enhyira obebre we efri asantoa enchen na eba ti mame nyame enhyira wonto nkwandem onye okese pa Albert Asumani political za e kame ho ene de ba pani ye ko ye be ba nyame ya adoma adwada
nyame adoma
ye be di oseche sabo no ya danfo
me kana sem kra na da me minimum AC nti nyame adoma ye ba kan wasem no because sa ayi proposal for amendment your moji nyina no it doesn't really make sense.
Obi say ono journalist na kasa say chale mon
frame. So omo de ko tumu a no ma fa chire so aya mon frame. Ai eno a e beto aso mi say nyame me da say. Have a nice weekend.
Political za eno no ye ko ne akodi weekend. Hwe ho yie na Nyankopon emwa ne enko ensamra asundwim. Ensututo no ente yesa e besa babiem enti ye hwe ho yie. Osi se ebra Nyankopon na ade ma ye no ebeso me entena Ghana ha e ma flat enwepin ya hwese ya from Anthony Kofi Nkumdaze Nyankopon ya adomo a edwada ebesen hia sinu pein kan se de te ya